everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Tammy. I'm the owner of Walnut Creek Bath Boutique. Today I am making a cold process soap, and this one is going to be scented in lavender driftwood from Candle Science. I actually won this fragrance oil from Mandy over at my Pro Bath Bombs Facebook group. It was her birthday and she was doing giveaways, and I actually was gifted this from her from Candle Science for her birthday in June, and it just so happens that we share a birthday, so it was really fun that I actually won this on my birthday in June. So I thought that was really neat. I got to choose my fragrance between, I think there was three or four of them, and I chose lavender driftwood. And I love this. I really like this soap. I am not very good at descriptions, fragrance oil descriptions, or scent descriptions, I should say. I'm just not very good at that, but I smell the lavender and I smell the driftwood. It's just a really good scent. I would still say this is unisex. That driftwood gives it enough of a kind of an earthiness. I would consider this unisex. But I want to make bath bombs with it, obviously, because I want it in my bath bomb making group. But the humidity, yeah, well, 55. 55 is not too bad for down here in the middle of summer. But when the humidity goes down, I will be using this in a bath bomb. I think it's going to be a wonderful, just relaxing scent for a bath bomb. But in the meantime, I have 4 ounces. So in the meantime, I'm just going to make a small loaf of soap to test with it, and I think it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to this one. So for colors, guys, I'm going to be using most of this jam session. I hate these little bags. I hate them. I have a drawer full of pinks and reds that I'm going to try to use up soon. I like my little jars. So I'm going to be using this, most of it. I think it's probably too much for, maybe I will use most of this and just pull off, make most of the color this instead of the other way around. So the base is going to be this. This is a very muted lavender though. It looks vibrant and in your face almost. It's really a very muted color. I think I'm going to try to add just a little bit of this Black Star Mica from Rustic Essentials. It's a blue. It's a really deep, dark blue, like almost a navy blue, but even maybe a little darker. So I'm going to see if I can kind of darken this just a little with just a little bit of this and see if I can't get a good color. And then maybe I'll pour off some soap to not color at all, and I'll do maybe a drop swirl or hanger swirl, something like that. So that's kind of my plan right now. My oils are almost melted, so yeah, I'm super excited about this soap, and yeah, let's just get to it. Ugh, my glove ripped a little bit. I'm trying to reuse this glove. It's not working out so well for me. All right, all my oils and everything, they are both around 90 to 95. My lye and my oils. So I'm going to add this kaolin clay. I should have done that a second ago. I usually like to let it just absorb a bit. Oh well, I'll get it mixed in really well. I'm going to go ahead and add my goat milk. So this is not my normal goat's milk. I found a can on my shelf, and I thought, oh, I better use that up before it expires. So I'm going to use that, and then when I'm done with that can, then I'll go back to my normal goat's milk. Very quickly, I went and checked the notes on this fragrance oil. I am so bad about just going with it. Oh, I gotta stop doing that. But I checked the notes, and this will accelerate. So I am going to get everything blended in and stir in the fragrance oil after I split everything off and everything. So I'm not going to take this very far. And I'm using tallow in this recipe. I don't normally soap with tallow. I don't have a problem with it. But I made my tallow cream a week or so ago, and I had some tallow that I had thawed from the freezer, and I want to use that up too. So I'm kind of trying to be smart, you know, using up a goat milk that I forgot I had on my shelf and using up the tallow before it, you know, goes bad. I'm just gonna, maybe that much. Okay, so it does discolor, it says, to a tan with a purplish hue. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with these colors. I probably don't have to worry about adding any of this if it's already going to discolor to a tan. I'm going to just throw it in here. Done. That's a lot. That's a lot. Oh well. Okay. So, you know, I don't think I am going to add any of this darker color. We'll just see what happens with the soap, and then if I make it again, then I'll know what to do. I won't make it with this colorant though, probably, because I don't think I'm going to buy it again. I don't remember if it was a sample that came or if I just bought a sample. I don't normally buy samples in bags because, like I said, I hate the little baggies. So I wonder if it was just a sample that came with my order. Or, guys, it could be that I just never used enough when I used this color before, and maybe I just didn't use near enough to make it strong enough. That could be. I'm not super good at taking notes on colors. All right, let me get another little okay. What do I want to do? I just did an in the pot swirl. I don't want to do an in the pot swirl. All right. You know what I'm going to do? We'll see if it stays. It's staying very fluid with just the stir-in. I do want to stir it very well. I had an issue where I had speckles for like fragrance oil that I didn't get stirred in when I made my samples a while back. And I don't want that to be a problem. It is starting to thicken. So I'm going to go ahead and get this in here. I'm just going to pour it all in. Just going to go down the center. And let's do a hanger swirl. I'm going to tap it. All right, scrape time. Okay. I think that's going to be beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this and cut it in maybe a couple days. Yeah. Thank you, Mandy. I do like this one. It's very nice. Let's see what kind of swirls we have. Huh. That's really nothing to be excited about, is it? That one's not too bad. It's very, yeah. Yeah, this one was supposed to discolor a bit. And I think it did a little bit. But I'm trying to remember why my swirl is so minimal. I'll have to go look and see what I did. This wasn't the in the pot swirl one, was it? Goodness, guys. My memory. That one's neat. I like that. I'll have to hold that one back for pictures. Oh, I like that one too. There's a bunch of hearts in there. So those on this end, I liked a little bit better. I'm going to try to maybe get 2 samples out of this. There. Yeah, those are decent samples. All right, guys. We're going to get them cleaned up now. What do you think? It's very interesting. I like it. It's kind of soothing. It is a little bit, maybe just a tiny bit peppery or spicy, but that's that driftwood. You know, I used to plane the whole bit, the whole bit of the soap. I used to plane off all sides of the soap before I would bubble them. And yes, it makes a softer, smoother bar. But gosh, you know, I have this thing where I have so much aversion to waste. I don't begrudge anybody that planes their soaps, and I will plane for like the you know, competitions, or you know, if the soap ends up being really rough or really wonky, I might try to plane it to make it look better. But really, I have stopped planing my soaps, and I'm so much happier for it. I've never had a customer say, "Oh, your soaps aren't super smooth." They've never said that. So yeah, I don't plane anymore, and I am like I said, I am so much happier not planing these soaps and not feeling like I'm wasting, even though I can still do something with those shreds or those like pieces. Like, the customer's not getting that, and I want the customer to get everything that they can get from me. So yeah, I stopped planing and doubt that I'll go back. Guys, thanks so much for watching this soap making video on lavender driftwood from Candle Science. And thank you, Mandy, at the Pro Bath Bomb group, for gifting me that, and it's just so much fun that it was happened to be on my birthday and that we share birthdays. I just thought that was fun. And I hardly ever win anything. So I really appreciate that. And I'm really looking forward to making bath bombs with the leftover fragrance. But I'm really happy with them. I have to go look and see. I don't remember my swirl. I don't remember, guys. Is that, it's COVID. I had COVID last year, so everything's blamed on COVID, right? When when you've had it, COVID brain. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember right now how I swirled this soap. But I think it's really pretty. I think, it's simple. I think just the, really full bar. And that jam session is much prettier than the first time I used it. I don't think I used enough of it. Because this is a lot bolder of a color than the first time I used it. So I actually like this a lot, and I'll probably order a jam session from Nurture Soap. Yeah. That made a really big difference. So there you go. First impressions aren't always the right ones. But thanks so much for watching, especially if you're watching this video for the first time and you think, oh, she sucks. Give me a chance. Maybe I'll grow on you. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you hated it, you can give me a thumbs down. And if you would, subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.